Hi everyone, this is Jimmy D from AZ on Jimmy Talk. I want to tell a little story here. I once had a friend about 15 years ago who told me a story about going through, he was a witness in a lawsuit. So he worked for this real benevolent business owner who owned a restaurant, treated his employees great, treated his customers great, people loved him. The man wanted to expand, needed more influx of capital, he took on a partner. The partner did a hostile takeover, and I don't know all the details, I don't remember them. And the gentleman that I knew went to court as a witness for the business owner. And what he told me was how they, rather than, the business owner had an open and shut case, that he was correct, he was right, and it was a foregone conclusion he would win the lawsuit. The other person, the person who did the hostile takeover, came in with a team of lawyers. And what they did was, rather than attack facts and bring better logic, data, and facts to the argument, they didn't even try to win the argument. What they did was went after each person personally. They made a personal attack on each witness. Person would come in and say, Mr. Jones was the greatest person I ever worked for. He was the one who owned the business. He's the one who built it, blah, blah. And they would say things like, weren't you arrested in 1998 for this? And didn't you once file bankruptcy? They took each person, each witness down with a personal attack that directly had nothing to do with the case. This is what's going on in politics. And I see it on social media. I see it on, again, I'm a conservative. I see conservative websites share information. And this is what you're starting to see. Joe Biden's presidency and his entire, let's face it, the Democrats have control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And they're going to do everything they can do to tear down the Supreme Court, including going after each justice personally. So get ready, because we've got a train wreck. Even CNN and MSNBC, communist-controlled news agencies, are saying this is a train wreck, and the November midterms are going to be a bloodbath for the Democratic Party. But watch what they do over the next 6 months. It will be nothing but personal attacks, most of them on Trump. And let me give you a few examples, and many of them on you in general. Okay, what's the standard playbook of a Democrat? You're a racist. Even though they have no examples, no proof, in fact, I'd argue they are the racists in the world. They will go after taxes, people's personal life. You know they did this for Trump for years. Why? In an upcoming episode, I'll explain that taxation is actually theft. It's government theft, but it's the thing they pull out. Tax breaks to the top 1%, which of course Trump never did. Racist. Every conservative is a racist, and they never have any proof of it or even a logical argument for it. This is what you're going to see. And then, of course, their third item in the playbook, which is climate change. And they will say you have to trust science. And in the minute you bring in another viewpoint, such as the founder of the Weather Channel and who is a trained meteorologist, if I'm saying that right, the first thing they do is, if you bring in science that contradicts their chosen science, they immediately go on an attack of this person. So get ready. It's personal. This is all they do. And here's why. Like that lawyer in North Carolina who went after oh, by the way, they eventually took his business. It was nothing but personal attacks on him and every witness so that they could finally discredit him to the point where he had no case. They're coming after you. It's going to be all personal, not logical, not fact-based, but it's coming because they have nothing else. They cannot win their case on the issues, on the facts, on logic. They can't win it. They can't win their case on Biden's presidency. It's a train wreck, and they're already doing it. So he's going on a world tour where he's simply going to attack everybody who disagrees with him. Get ready.